All right, we're gonna keep this a little short and sweet, but today we're converting another Trek 920 to flat bars. So if you've watched the channel for a while, you may have seen this bike before. This is my wife's bike, and my daughter has started riding it as well. And just like my 920 a couple of years ago, looking to convert it to flat bars because the bikes are just too long. And the bar end shifters, in addition to the TRP brakes, which have very long hoods, they combine for not being the most convenient bike to ride on a day-to-day basis, especially from a fitting perspective. And then in addition to that, while this bike is good off-road with the drop bars, it's better with flat bars. Now, this is not a how-to video by any means, but I did just want to point out really quickly that the Trek 920 specifically is very easy to convert for a couple of reasons. One, it has SRAM mountain 10-speed components on it. So you can get, like, we got the GX 10-speed shifters, and I can keep the same derailleurs. I don't need to remove them or anything. Just get the new shifters, put them on the new bars, and you're good to go. And then the other reason it's really easy to convert, at least as far as drop bar bikes go, is it has post-mount brakes. So typical mountain brakes, especially on the cheaper end, may not come in flat mount, although that is getting more popular. But pretty much any mountain bike brake is going to bolt right up, and it's no problem. So there's very little disassembly here actually. I just have to pull the bars and TRP brakes off, put on the new bars, install new Shimano brakes, and hook up the shifters to the existing derailleurs. In addition to the fit being a challenge for a lot of people, the other kind of issue with the Trek 920 is the bar end shifters, which can hit your knees and are also, they're a little intimidating to use for a less experienced rider, having to move their hands back and forth. And then in addition to this being a drop bar bike, you kind of add extra length with how long these TRP hoods are. These are much longer than a Shimano or a SRAM hood would be, and so in addition to the bike being long, the hoods are long, and so it's just kind of an odd setup. There are cool things about it. These are really nice shifters, as I've said in the past. They feel very crisp and nice, and there's kind of a classic thing to it, but ultimately this bike will ride better with flat bars. It'll be more comfortable, and so that's what we're going to do. And here it is, all completed. I found the bars on Amazon for $25. Nothing fancy, but they seem well constructed and they fit the existing stem. The grips were also under $5, but they are more or less a placeholder until my wife decides what grips she would prefer. GX 2x10 shifters, of course, and then Shimano MT200 hydraulic brakes, which were $45 for the pair. Cheaper than I could get a cable setup together for. My wife and daughter have each had a chance to ride this bike a few miles now, and they both remarked how much easier and more comfortable it is to ride. I still need to install some cable end crimps and shorten the front brake hose, but overall, I think I spent an hour on this project. I'd say that's not too bad.